Daddy,
Yeah.
can you tell me something about Keith?
About Keith?
Mm-hmm.
Keith, alright. That's your oldest cousin by your Aunt Monica. Keith is Monica's firstborn. Keith Alessandro Murphy Jr. That's his full name. Monica had Keith. I had to be like 10. She'll still live with us at Grandma's house over on 4th Street. Keith was my dude, yo. That was my little man. He was my son before you and JJ and Qua. I used to keep Keith everywhere with me, yeah. Keith, if I was at the high school, yo, me and Keith, with your mom too, your mom was there. Me and Keith went to Spring Fest. Keith had to be about 7, 8 years old, maybe 6, 7. He couldn't have been older than you. We went to Spring Fest, and we both had on them Jordans. Which Jordans we had on? I think the 92 Jordans. Nope, it was Jordan 5s. We had on the 91 Jordans. That was my freshman year in high school when we went. And some black hoodies and some black jeans. And we got little book bags. And me and Keith went to the Spring Fest together. That was like the first Spring Fest at the high school, yo. I think that was the first Spring Fest we went to. Your mom came from Broadway. She met me up there. We met her, and then went back to the crib, chill. Yeah, Keith was my guy, man. Keith was a strong guy, yo. When I got locked up, I think he was about maybe 10 or 11. Yeah, he had to be about 10 or 11. He used to come visit me. You know, me and him used to talk about his future, talk about he was coaching football. He's going to school down Tennessee. Then he came back. And Keith got killed, man. Keith was out there buying a coat for Aunt Monica, and some dudes came by and sprayed the block up. Keith used to do a lot for the community, a lot for the kids, and it was kind of tragic. But I'm telling you this because I don't want Keith's name to fade away, or I don't want him to die for nothing. I want him to be a testament to you and JJ about gun violence. Like the same way I don't let you play with guns and stuff like that, I don't want you to play with guns. When I'm ready for y'all to learn how to handle a gun, I'm gonna teach you how to handle a gun. Guns it's all right to have guns. However, you gotta be properly trained. That's why I don't let y'all play with guns. Guns are not a toy. It's nothing to be played with. And another thing, like Monica goes through this thing every year when she feels like I can't tell a person how to feel about how when a kid get took it from him. Because Keith was a good dude. He wasn't in the streets and none of that stuff. And then like Monica and them and everybody flipping out, talking about I want this guy that killed them. I want to find out who it is. I want him to do all this time. I hope he die and all this stuff. And I had to tell Monica, listen, man, a few years back, that was me. Because I also killed somebody. It wasn't gun violence, we were shooting at people. I ran the guy over that wasn't supposed to get ran over. And his people, when they came to court for me, they wanted me to be to jail forever. They gave me 25 or 12. But this is the same difference. So I can't think about when a person kill a person that I want them automatically dead. That don't mean that they don't got a second chance to come back and do better for them. You know? And like I've tried to apologize to the people, family and everything. That's about all I could do. I wrote them a letter and stuff, and it's about all I could do. Outside of trying to make sure that you guys don't follow the path that I went down. Because I want to run around being a knucklehead, shooting at people and getting shot at. I thought that was cool. That ain't cool. And it's still going on today. These dudes still out here doing it. You want to know how I found out Keith died? That was kind of weird. So, at the time, I was in Tyba Hall. I was house coordinator. So I used to run the meetings. So I get up like today's motivation, this, that, and the other, and then I read something out the paper. So this particular day, I get up to do my meeting, and I read the paper, and the same picture that's on my profile pic of Keith, I got that picture on the paper. It's on the paper, and I'm reading it, and it's reading the story, and I'm like, nah, this ain't real. I'm not reading out loud yet, I'm just reading it quietly. So I left the podium, so everybody was wondering, like, why he just leave like that? Went in the back, sat down, and I couldn't hold back the tears. I let it go. And I couldn't get to a phone, I couldn't call nobody. And this is the day after he died, so that'll be today, 15 years ago this happened. The day after he died. Nobody called me that day. I was calling that night before, and nobody was answering the phone for me or nothing. So then by the time the meeting was over, I went back to my room. Counselor spoke to me, was like, "Is more all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And there's like, "I know that you was close to your nephew." I'm like, "How you know that?" I didn't know that my sisters had already called, Monica, Veronica, and Tamika. By the time lunchtime came, Monica, Veronica, Tamika was there. They was at Tyba Hall. They let me get a visit with them. So I sat in the office, spoke to them, we cried together, we talked about what happened. And yeah, it was difficult, but I was good. And I'm not knowing at the time that they evaluating my actions. Like, that's why I be telling you, don't react bad to bad information all the time, because people are always watching. Like, they was waiting for me to flip out and throw stuff, this, that, and the other. And, you know, our jokers react badly because they use their E over their I. They don't use their intellect over their emotions. So, basically what went down was, I had to visit, I went back, so I'm reflecting over all of this. That same night, we was calling Toys R Us and some other toys to get some of the inmates that was there with us at the halfway house to get them some presents for their kids, because the kids was coming on visit the next day for the holiday visit. So on the day of the holiday visit, after we got all the toys and stuff together, somebody had a genius idea to call me down for a piss to see if I, using drugs or anything, piss test. So I come down for a random urine. They pull everybody out the room except me. And they said, we're not going to test you. We're just going to send you back to Tyba Hall for evaluation. I'm like, evaluation? Why am I going back to Tyba Hall for evaluation? Not Tyba Hall, to Craft, to the Vroom building over by the park where we live at. They asking me all these questions. I'm like, man, I don't want to go back there. Why can't I stay here? I'm good. I'm not going to be a detrimental. They said, well, we got to give you a psychological evaluation because your nephew died. And from what your sisters and them say, you was very close to them, and being away from them might hurt them. Yeah, it was hurting, but I wasn't going to react badly. Either way, they sent me back. They gave me an evaluation, and that might have been the best thing that happened to me on my bid, because they sent me to Q House. At Tyba Hall, I did every program they asked. I was a tier 3, and I still couldn't get out to work. And the only reason why you go to the halfway house, basically, is to get to work. So you can, I just did 12 years. 10 years, at the time it was 10 years. I just did 10 and a half years. So I'm ready to get out here and get back into working. I ain't work, I was locked up from 19 to 32. So I don't know nothing about working, really. I was a hustler. I was on the streets. Not to know that talent was going to come into play. Like right now, hustler come into play. You just change the product. But my point is, he sent me back, sent me to Q House. Now Q House was pretty loose. Like Q House, you can get out, you go jobs, you can go on trips, you can do whatever, as long as you do what you got to do and paying your fines. So I got the Q House, and Q House let me get a furlough. I took my sisters, and I took my mom, my sisters, my mom, Londa. This is when I was going with Londa, because JJ, she was pregnant with JJ at the time. I was on my way home. JJ and two of her sisters and her mother, all of us went to Medina Play. And that was like my first excursion out after all them years. And all that happened, unfortunately, because Keith passed, because I'd have never been able to get to none of those spots. Now with you, when you came along, I almost named JJ Keith too. But Londa didn't want him to name Keith. Londa wanted to name him after me. And I figured I'm just an ex-con. I don't want to name my son after ex-con. I ain't understand the significance of being an ex-con at the time. I wasn't a proud ex-con yet. But yeah, Monica, I talked to Monica. Monica said, don't worry about it. And then when you came and you was born 4 months early, 1 pound, 12 ounces, and you fought through and you made it, and I said, I'm going to name you Jaquan, a mix between JJ name and Qua name. Your brothers. Mix your names together. That's how I got Jaquan. And then Monica was like, name him Keith in the middle. And I said, you know what? You goddamn right I'm going to name him Keith. Because I see a lot of Keith's good-heartedness in you. A lot of it. Like how you like to help people. How you like to like you a helpful kid, man. You a good kid. I never had no disrespect out of you. The same way Keith was, yo. So to us, you Keith reincarnated. That's why your name is Jaquan Keith Parrish. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we at Walmart. I need you to keep that history. See, if I don't tell you and JJ this stuff, sometimes that stuff get lost. Like nobody really know that story. Except for the people that was in that meeting that seen it. Monica and them. And now I guess the internet, because I'm going to post this. You about to be my little cameraman from now on too, yo. I'm going to have you doing what we got to do. But yo, let's go up in this Walmart. Let's get this stuff. We got to get the stuff for you to wear. And we're going to find something so you can put your logo on for your teacher.
Yeah.
That's what you want? Huh?
Yep. You need
All
some
right.
slippers.
What? So what you want to make for your sister? I mean for your teacher. Tell me. Quick. A scarf? We can do a scarf, maybe some gloves.
Clothes.
Gloves? Alright, let's go find something real quick before you go to school. You punch it up. Peace.